Hey guys, how's it going? It's Mace Dog here, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 British dishes that I missed when I went to go visit England. And honestly, I think if you ever go there, you should definitely try out these dishes. The first one on our list, or number 5, is bangers and mash. Now, this is probably a little bit obscure, I know, a little different, but this is a meal that includes sausages or traditional English sausages and mashed potatoes, maybe a little gravy on the side. This is probably just for like the end of the week sort of meal that you guys can kind of just relax, enjoy, and make. It's not a lot of hassle to make, but it's honestly a really good dish. Number 4 is the Sunday roast. Okay, guys, Sunday roast. As an American, the closest thing that I can say to a Sunday roast is that it's probably similar to like a Thanksgiving sort of style feast, and it's more of a traditional sort of thing. It's not as much as the meal itself. The meal can differ from family and tradition and everything, and it's just a really good time to get together and spend time with each other because I think there's nothing better than that. And being able to spend time with family for that is something really nice that we don't get too often here in the States, or at least that I, know of. It's more of, friends and family coming together, which is really nice. I think in the US we just have a really fast-paced lifestyle. But I digress. For number 3, we got the one, the only. I think this is one of the only few things that I will genuinely say that the English knock right out of the park. And it's their full English breakfast. I cannot say anything bad about it. First of all, it is not something you have every day. It's not something that you have every week. It's literally, and I had to write this down because I'm like, trying to make sure that I get everything. There's fried eggs, sausage, bacon, hash browns, grilled tomatoes, beans and tomato sauce. There's toast. Sometimes there's mushrooms, and then black pudding. That's a whole lot for just a breakfast. And it's probably missing something. There is so much that's in a full English breakfast. It is genuinely so good to have, but it's not something that you're going to have all the time. So if you're going to go out with your friends or like go out for a feast or something, or for like breakfast or brunch, definitely worth going to get. Uh, there's nothing else I can say. It is genuinely probably the best breakfast that you're going to have, and I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. It is so beyond good, and there's so many different options and everything that's in it. I think everybody can find something that they like. Now, for our number 2, I guess, is the English traditional fish and chips. Having fish and chips all around England and trying out all different places and everything, I can genuinely say I don't think I've ever had a single bad fish and chips from England. Beer batter fish, really chunky chip fries. Sorry, the American coming out, but really chunky chips for everything. And being able to enjoy it with either tartar sauce, which I'll admit I do like tartar sauce, but doing it the English way with the malt vinegar and salt, also really good too. An honorable mention, as I will say, if you do ever go to England, one of the big things that you should do or should plan, and I guess it's maybe not so much a meal, but it's an event that you should do. You should definitely book some sort of time in your visit, and you should go for tea. I personally, I like PG tips, but some people like other tea. But I will say, for anything, it's a great way to kind of wind down your day. You know, you have it kind of later in the evening. Maybe I'm wrong, that's when I've had it. But it's a great way to have some tea, relax, be with your friends. And it's kind of almost like a weird experience because you get to just like chat and gossip and enjoy your time. And I don't know, it kind of feels like an elevated experience. It's a really fun thing to do. And lastly, okay, you've probably heard it on the channel quite a few times before. I will genuinely say I've talked about this a lot and I have a very honest opinion about it. And I might be very biased too, I will say, is England's number one food, for me at least, is the Cornish pasty. For any Americans listening, a Cornish pasty is basically if you have some sort of beef stew, or I don't know if they carry different types of like meat in it. I know that the one that I had was beef stew. They had a vegetarian option as well, but it was like beef stew in like a pie crust. It is very simple, very good, but like between like the buttery crust and the warm filling, and like I don't know anybody that doesn't like beef stew. I know that's kind of a weird thing, but like it's just such like a homey feeling. It just reminds you of just like, at least for me, like childhood growing up having beef stew and everything. It just like is a very nice warming meal, even if it's like a little hand pie. I know that sounds silly, but it's really good. So I would honestly say if you can go, and they only really sell it in like the Cornwall district, I think, which I think Bristol's pretty close to. Definitely get yourself a Cornish pasty. I think everybody should at least try one once. If you guys have any suggestions on what you'd like to see next, or me talk about, or review, or anything else, please leave a comment down below. And if you're not already, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because there's a lot of videos coming out very soon that I'm going to be working on, and hopefully you'll enjoy. So, yeah, if you like English culture, which I'm very into, English culture, English history. I also am really into cameras, film, photography, a whole boatload of stuff. I also might do, I'm going to try, we'll see, maybe a little cooking or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I have a lot more stuff that's coming out for the channel. Keep an eye out for that. And all in all, I hope to see you guys very soon. See you guys.